What's up guys, Jansen Vlogs here, and I'll be sharing with you guys my thoughts, opinions, stories, or whatever about my summer job as an assistant custodian for the past 2 months. If you guys are wondering if you want to get this sort of job this summer, if you're grade 11 or 12, or a university student or a college student, and you want to get this job, this is a video for you. I'll be sharing 1 or 2, 3, 4 or 5 things that you guys need to know before you start this job. First things first, you gotta commit this sort of job. As an assistant custodian, you'll be waking up either 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning. If you start at 6 o'clock, your shift will end at 3:30. If you wake up at 7, your shift will be, because if you wake up at 6 o'clock, you'll be starting work at 7, depending on which school you go to. But it takes almost like 45 to an hour drive to there, getting all things fixed up, But yeah, all those sort of stuff. If you wake up 6, you gotta get there at 7. You finish your shift at 3:30. If you wake up at 7, you gotta go all this shit. You gotta get there at 8 o'clock. You gotta be there. Your shift's gonna end at 4:30. It is an 8-hour shift, 40 hours per week, depending on. But this summer there were a lot of occasions, so I wasn't getting fully paid and not getting all the 40 hours. But most of the time it was mainly 40 hours. Yeah. You gotta commit all this sort of shit. I work 2 jobs, so pretty much I work pretty much the whole day. What I mean by whole day, I mean literally the whole day. I get up at 6, I get home around 9 or 10, because I work at Dairy Queen, so I gotta go to, right after my first job, I gotta go to the second job, because it's pretty traffic. And plus the stupid train right at Taylor, so that's why I gotta get there. Second thing, transportation. You gotta have a car. If you don't, because you don't know where you're gonna be assigned to, which school. I'm not saying you literally need a car. You can take the bus, but having a car is way more convenient because you gotta get there pretty fast, and it's not very time consuming too. Yeah, because every week you will be assigned to different schools. You don't know where. I live at South End. You may be assigned at West End, East End, or North End. So having a car is way more convenient. Third, schools. Like in my second part, you will be assigned at different schools. I was lucky enough to be assigned a lot of schools in my area. One at Montrose, Carpathia, Brock Corridon, and I think Kelvin High. Kelvin High is pretty good, It's okay. I know the history behind. I'm sort of know the history behind the Grand Park and Kelvin, but I don't care about that shit. That's mainly like football, and I'm not really into it. You will, like I said, you will be assigned to different schools, and like I said, you have to commit to that. You have to commit. That's why I said that the first thing, you have to commit, because you will be assigned to different schools. Different area of Manitoba or Winnipeg. So, yeah. Third is your partner and the person or the people you're working with. Like I said, you gotta commit. You don't know who you're gonna be working with. I was lucky enough to be working with nice people, nice head custodians, head caretakers. They were nice enough, really nice people. Really, every custodian I work with has their own stories. Um, one at uh, one at JB Mitchell. I forgot about that. That's right there, right over there. JB Mitchell. One of the head custodian is. He's like me, he's an immigrant like me from the Philippines, and it's odd to see him working as a head custodian because he said he worked as a sort of, I don't know, agent, or I don't know, some sort of like that from the United Nations, and because his family moved here, he couldn't do anything, so he has to move here and work here. So he's not complaining, but he's sort of regretting that he came here because his job there is way better than this. Because if he were to work an agent here, he has to go to college or university, which is bullshit. So I don't know. Other thing is one at West End. I went at 8BC. It is for pregnant women or pregnant teenagers, or teenagers mom, or young teenagers that have babies. And one of the head custodians told me that the youngest student that they had was a 12-year-old or 13-year-old, and I wasn't cringing, but sort of, but it made me think, who the fuck would do that? That thing was in my mind for the whole week. I was like, I kept thinking, I was like, what the fuck would do that? You just ruined that kid's life, man. Every person that go into school 100% regret having a baby. And they're all teenagers, and they got shit to do, man. And when they had those baby, shit goes down. And there are a lot of things to do in this life. I'll say it. There are a lot of things to do in this life. A lot of shit to do. And all went down because of that. As a teenager myself, if I was a girl, I'm not gonna have a baby like at that age. I got shit to do. And I don't know why. I'm not blaming the parents. I'm just curious, why would they be, I don't even know. I just feel bad for that 13-year-old girl having a baby at that age. I mean, I can relate because my cousin, I think she was 18 years old, 19, already had a baby. She was my cousin back home. It was tough for the first year, but they manage on in time. And as the uncle, I gotta support. While my cousins were out doing their bit, going to their jobs or going to college. My cousin was lucky enough to get into college, even though she is a mother. And thank God, really, thank God she got into college, and she is in, doing a major course, good for her. And the husband, or the boyfriend, I think he will be continuing college once they all settled in, but right now he's working because obviously he has to support the kid. yeah, a lot of stories, you know, going to a certain job, any sort of job you go to, you'll hear stories like these. Any kind of, or any person you meet, and it is a good thing. It is a good thing. Working with as an assistant custodian and going to different schools, you'll get a lot of shit, a lot of good stories, bad stories, sad stories, happy stories. You'll hear a lot because there's a lot of people working as an assistant custodian and they got shit to share, you know, to you. And I love stories. And hearing those stories made me think about my future too. And if you guys are interested, this might help your future too. Hey, you know, things like this will help. Amen for that 13-year-old girl. Wish you luck. What else to share? Last thing you need to know is what you should be aware about, you know, the pros and cons about this job, or things that you should be aware about this job. The good thing about this job is you can't work individually. You will be working with a partner, with the head custodian, and you'll be working into this one sort of job. That's it. You can't work individually, all depending on the custodian, but mainly you'll be working with the custodian, because they can't leave you doing other things, because they'll get in trouble, and also you might get in trouble for not being with the custodian. And you'll be working all this sort of job. Like I said, you gotta commit all this sort of jobs. You'll be carrying, cleaning, doing maintenance, all this sort of stuff. The con, because since it's summer and no students are coming in, other than daycare, all the air or fans will be turned off, so you'll be working at in a pretty hot area. Pretty much the whole school will be scorching hot, so you gotta bring water. That's pretty much it. And don't wear those sort of clothings. No. Because you'll be sweating a lot. And that's a good thing, but I don't want to get heat stroke at an early age. So if you're a male like me, you gotta wear shorts like this. I actually wore this and this. I actually wore this because, you know, it was so hot. Don't worry if your things get dirty, you're gonna wash it off. That's good. It doesn't matter. If you're a female, I'm no expert, but I guess wear shorts, I guess. I don't know, but not too skimpy though. If you're gonna wear a tank top, not too revealing, I guess. I don't know, because other stuffs will come in there too in the schools in summer, because you gotta, I don't know, do some files and stuff, and they always roam around the schools, check who's working, who's in the area, you know, and if they see you wearing those shit, you might get in trouble. So another thing, there are 2 jobs in this thing. I know some of you guys watched it and you guys pretty much know what I'm talking about. Right now I'm talking about as working as an assistant custodian. The other position, can't pronounce that thing properly, is grounds crew. Mainly you will be working outside. I picked custodial because I'll be working inside and I can just chill inside whenever I want. But outside you'll be working, moving your body pretty much every time, you know. But the only time you get to sit is on the lawn, that big lawn mower. You know, you'll be working outside. You'll be there for like 10 to 30 minutes, but you'll be moving schools every day, which is sort of annoying. But if you're into that, go for it. Well, that's it for this video. If you guys interested, if if you guys are interested in applying for this job, just for a part-time job, go to TechVoc. That's where the main Winnipeg School Division building is, or I think there's two.